Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So we are officially in December. Today's the 1st of December and my first upload for the month should be going up probably this evening. But yes, so I wanted to do my December / Christmas TBR, and these are all the books that I'm going to be reading around the December time. There's like one or two books that I've already started with or actually really finished, and yes, I also have a video where I do my 10 before the end. So I just feel like these books that I'm going to be talking about today are just going to be added onto those ones. So that is basically my TBR for the rest of the year. And yes, I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get into it, okay? Also, let's just take a moment to appreciate our Christmas tree. This is how our Christmas tree looks so far, but we're adding like little bits and pieces into it. I'm actually looking for like white balls like these, but I can't seem to find them anywhere. So I feel like we're just gonna like add gold ones, and then I have like another box of these, but I feel like it's just going to be a little too much for now. We're like trying to find them, and for some very odd reason, I think I just realized this year that South Africa doesn't really have the biggest like hype when it comes to Christmas, because wherever we go, it's always like a little section, a tiny little section of like Christmas decor and all of those things. And it's just kind of disappointing, honestly, because we are very specific. My little sister and I are very specific, and we're also like planning Christmas this year. Our family is coming over to our house for Christmas, so we're very specific with the things that we want, but we can't find the exact type of things that we want. But we're still working on the tree. There's still a few gifts that we still need to wrap. There's also like a lot of like empty boxes. We're trying to like make it be as full as possible, but there's like a lot of other empty boxes that just have like nothing inside. But yeah, so anyway, let's just get into the video. And I'm gonna be eating this what do you call this, candy cane? Yes, we got these from Westpac, I think. But anyway, let's just get into the video. Okay, so the first book is the mistletoe motive. I keep forgetting. The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Lees. So this book is about a man and a woman who both work at the library, and he's not very into Christmas. She absolutely loves like the festive seasons, so you know. And then they work in a library that doesn't really make or generate that much money anymore, so they can only keep one of them. So then the person that sells the most books during the festive season is a person that will stay for this job. And obviously it's a romance book, so you know how that ends. I feel like around the Christmas season I'm going to be reading a lot of romance. I'm also in like my romance girl era, and I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it, but I'm definitely in my romance girl era. I've been reading a lot of romance books this year, particularly the last couple of months, I feel like, and I've been having a good time. I've been loving it. Have I found a 5-star romance book yet? I feel like no, but I also feel like there really are a lot of amazing romance books that I just feel like I can't give them 5 stars. But yeah, and there's also like gonna be a bunch of vlogs this month where I'm actually reading romance books, so that should be a fun time. But yes, that is one of the books that I plan on reading this December time. Okay, and then the next book on my December TBR is The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. Now, I absolutely love the covers of her books. Have I read the other two? No. I was gonna read them because they're like pumpkin spice and I don't know, something. They're very like fall-esque. So I was gonna read those, but I didn't get to them. But this one I really want to read as well. I kind of want to read those two, but I want to read this one, and I think I actually might buy it on Take-A-Lot. They had like a discount thing, a sale, I think. I don't know if they still have it, but yes, it's on my cart. I just haven't checked out yet because I'm still like, but anyway. So this is about Kira, who she inherits a tree farm, right? And she is very grumpy. She's not into the festive season. She doesn't like the festive seasons at all. And then there's Ben, who comes to the town for like a vacation, and he's had a rough time with dating. Okay, he's had a couple of disastrous dates, and he's unlucky in love. I mean, we can relate. So then they end up having to help one another to save the treehouse. Now, he's not very keen on working with or helping out a person who's so grumpy, but then I guess eventually then he decides to help her out, and let's see if they save the treehouse, because I think that's the premise. And yes, I love a grumpy sunshine as much as the next person, and usually it's the man that's the grumpy one, but I'd like to see a take on it when it's the woman that's like the grumpy one, and the one that's I don't like Christmas, and the man is the one that's all sunshiny and so forth and so on, because I feel like that would be the type of man that I would like better. I'm not saying I'm grumpy, but I'm not all sunshine either. Like I'm not the type of person that wakes up in the morning and they're excited about the day. I need a couple of hours to like defrost, and then maybe I can be a little bit tolerable of other human beings after that. So I feel like maybe I might relate more to the girl, and I might actually like the guy. So yeah, it should be a fun time. The next book is My December Darling by Lauren Asher. Now, I know Lauren Asher is like a popular romance author. I haven't read any of her books. I think she's popular for something billionaire, lakefront billionaire or something like that. And I haven't read any of those books. But the premise of this one sounds really like interesting, but it's also kind of like long. So I just got my laptop to just read what it says off of Goodreads. Oh yes, it is Lakefront Billionaires. Okay, so it says, Catalina, playing the part of my sister's maid of honor is easy, even if she's marrying my ex. Ooh, hate that. But playing nice with the best man, an impossible task, given our history. She has history with girl. Sure, Luke Darling may be suspiciously kind, incredibly handsome, and stubborn to a fault. But regardless of how hard he tries to make me see otherwise, I'm not interested. It's on me to remind him that he's my ex-boyfriend's best friend, and the one I'm secretly starting to wish I met first. And then there's Luke, and Luke says, my job as a best man is a simple one, except with one minor issue. I've spent so much time avoiding my best friend's ex that I didn't consider what could happen if I started craving Catalina Martinez's company instead. She is only in Lake Wisteria for the winter wedding, but her January departure date won't stop me from pursuing her. Ooh, love that. Getting her to date me would be nothing short of a Christmas miracle. Aww, cute man. But I'm determined to make her mine. 'Tis the season to fall in love, even if I'm the one taking the risk. Doesn't that just sound amazing? It is a bit dramatic because I read this. That's why I decided I wanted to, but I just wanted to give the dramatic effect for you guys. But yes, I definitely want to read this one as well, and should be a fun time. Okay, so I thought I was recording, and I wasn't. Okay, so this one is Christmas in Spite of You by Casey Mills. Now, this one is about girl meets boy, right? So this woman, she's in a rough patch. She invested all of her savings, all of her money into this plan that just didn't pan out, and now she's stranded. Now she needs money. And then her friend is like, why don't you rent out your apartment, as like an Airbnb to earn a little bit of money? And so she's like, sounds like a good plan. So this man is going to be renting out her apartment, and is she grumpy? I don't know if she's grumpy, but he's like very sunshiny. He's got everything going for him. His life is working just fine. He's successful. He's got money. Everything is going great for him. And so he has to now help her navigate how kind of like fix her life but kind of like help her just figure things out a little bit. And yes, while he's staying at the Airbnb that she's renting out. And I think that's the premise, but yeah. So it's giving forced proximity, and I'm always down for forced proximity type of vibe. I like forced proximity and like marriage of convenience, but I can never find books that I feel like are the type of books that I want to read that have those tropes in them. And I don't really read romance all that often, and I'm very picky with my romance books. So if you say marriage of convenience and the premise sounds really good, and it's not like a popular book that some people hate and some people like, then I might read it. But if it's a popular book and it has like mixed reviews, I don't think I'd waste my time with it, because chances are I'm not going to enjoy it, if it's a romance book. But yes, the next book is Saint and the Queen by Desiree. I don't know how I'm going to get a hold of this book. I can't seem to find it anywhere. I don't know, but I really do want to read it. The cover of this book, I hate books with men, like actual real life men, not men, but like just people on the covers. Even though he's a gorgeous looking man, okay, he's definitely a type, but I don't like books with people on the covers. But anyway, so what is that? Okay, but anyway, so this is about a girl. Growing up, her mom always told her that she was Father Christmas's daughter, and she was like, ma'am, that sounds like a fairy tale. Why are you lying? So it turns out the mom wasn't lying, and she is actually, is it Saint Christmas? Well, Father Christmas's daughter. She is actually Father Christmas's daughter. And so yeah, and then there's a man, I'm guessing the man on the cover here. This man he's like a delivery guy. That's what he does for a living. So he comes home one day and somebody's chilling on his couch in his house, invites themselves, and this person is like, well, I want you to take over Christmas. I want you to be Father Christmas. It's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, I want you to be Father Christmas, and I want you to marry my daughter. So that is the book. I'm guessing that's Marriage of Convenience, and love it. Hopefully I can get a hold of this book somehow, but yes. The next one is The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson. I have read The Kind of Killing by Peter Swanson, and I liked it. I really liked it. I don't think I'm gonna read the next two books in the series, because that book did something that kind of upset me, but I still had a fun time reading it. I have like a reading blog where I'm reading that book and can get like my final thoughts and what about that book upset me. I still think about it sometimes to this day, and I'm still unhappy about it. But anyway, so this is about a girl who, over the Christmas seasons, since she has nowhere to go, her friend is like, why don't you just come with me to my house? Or is it a villa? Or is it, I don't know, something. But I think they're like super rich. If I remember correctly, they're like super rich, and she's like, why don't you come with me to like our mansion and just stay with us? So she goes there, and then she sees the brother, and she kind of starts falling for him. But the brother is like involved in like shady things, not involved in like shady things, but I think they said that he's being accused of, like, he's being investigated for his girlfriend that went missing. Or did she get killed? I'll just put it down below if she got killed or went missing. But he's being investigated for that, and so now she needs to figure out like what is going on in this place, and am I falling for the bad guy here? And it's a thriller, so it's bound to be, they're bound to be plots and twists and plots. They're bound to be twists, and yes, I think I'm going to enjoy this one. It's also a really short book. I think it's a novella. But yeah. And then the next book is The Holidays by Brittany Cherry. This one is the one that I'm actually in the middle of reading. I'll just put down below how far I am into the book, but I'm enjoying this book so far. So this is about Holly, who is an author, and she writes romance novels. She used to write them with her best friend until her best friend did something to her. Why are they shouting? Okay, so she used to write these books with her best friend, and now her best friend did something to her. So I mean, you find that out very like in the prologue of the book what happens, but yeah. So then now she is trying to find a date for the festive seasons to go back home with, because she feels like she's going to be embarrassed if she shows up to Christmas without a boyfriend, you know. So yeah, so then this guy who owns a bar that she's been frequenting, she's been going to this bar every single day, meeting different men, and not going on second dates with them. Like, them not inviting her to a second date. So she goes on these dates with these men, and then this guy, he's like, girl, what is going on with you? What is happening? Why are these men not asking you on a second date? And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll help you out. So she's like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be my dating coach? Okay, this should be fun. So I'm at that point now where he agrees to like be her dating coach, and he's like trying to help her out. He's like helping her out with her dating app profile, and yeah, she's like very sunshiny, very bubbly. He's grumpy to the max. Grumpy to the max. I feel like I always gravitate, like I'm more attracted to like the grumpy guys, although I need to be with like a sunshiny guy, because we can't both be, you know, we can't both be grumpy. But yes, so that's the book that I'm currently in the middle of, and I am enjoying it so far, but I honestly don't think it's gonna be like a 4-star. Probably it's gonna range in like 3.5, you know, but I am enjoying it. I am having a nice time reading it. The last and final book this is actually a recommendation. This is The Christmas Cookie Wars by Eliza Evans. I loved this book. I absolutely loved this book. I enjoyed reading it. It was definitely a fun time, and I loved reading this book. Okay, and the guy, the main male character, as compared to Idris Elba, okay? You cannot not love a man that's being compared to Idris Elba. Like, anybody that looks like Idris Elba has to be like an 11 out of 10, okay? So in this book, Idris Elba is the principal, and so there's a mother of two twin 10-year-old boys, and so she's always late. Okay, she's always getting in trouble with this principal. He's always scolding her in his office for bringing her kids to school late. So one day he's like, did you not get the email? And he's like, what email? And he's like, well, the Christmas festivities that we have over the festive season are being cancelled because the person who, what is her name? Cherie, something like that. Carolina, I don't know. But the person, Charlize, I don't know. But the person that is in charge of these festivities, she backed down and she's not having it. And she's like, okay, well, I'll do it. But then she faces a couple of troubles while doing it, because nobody wants to go against Charlize. I don't know, the one that backed down, because she's very influential in that town, okay? She is the person that makes things happen, okay? And if she don't like something, it's not gonna happen. But she faces a couple of troubles along the way, and the principal actually ends up helping her. And he's like really good with baking. Imagine Idris Elba and baking. He sounds like my dream man, okay? He's really good with baking, and so yeah, I feel like my hair's a bit tangled here, but yeah, he's really good with baking. She's not so good. It's genuinely a very fun book, and I can say that it's very Christmas-esque, very, very Christmas-esque, and you will get all the Christmas vibes. The cookies that they make will make you crave cookies, but you will absolutely have an amazing time reading this book. I absolutely enjoy this book, and I 110% recommend this book. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to anybody who's looking for some, well, not Christmas recommendations, but to anybody who's looking for books to read this Christmas season. Maybe we could read them together, and you can let me know what you think of these books. And until next time, guys, bye.